Hello everyone, it's Danny. I am here with another haul for you guys. It is partially February stuff in here, mostly February stuff in here. And I have actually done a little bit of filming already, but didn't do an intro. I was getting ready for one of our lives, sidebar conversations with Cass and I, so I wanted to film some stuff so that I could use it in the haul. So I didn't have an intro for those things. They were Letters to Apollo and Hello Petite paper. I do have the envelope here just to get the picture. But we have a lot of other amazing stuff here. So I have some stuff from Sadie stickers, Fleur paper, paper trail plans, and Dash of Sun, and then my newest addiction. I'm going to start there. I'm assuming that'll fill us up. If not, maybe take us over. So some of the stuff may go into the next haul depending upon how I film it. So I hope you're ready for a couple of big hauls coming your way because I still have some other stuff over to the side that I haven't filmed. It's been a while since I've filmed for hauls, so I have lots of catching up to do. So I hope you'll join me as I look at lovely and pretty stickers. So excited to get into these and start using them. First up, we have Sadie stickers. I do PR for this shop. My code is Danny20 to save 20% off, and here is my freebie. It is in gold currently. It has the bone frame and some different kind of elements, some springs, some like journaling type things. I love bikes, and I thought that tree was really cute. So, and then sparkles. This is Shanice's, which I think is some really awesome spring deco, and the liners, the box liners are really cool as well. So picked hers up. Hers is also in gold. She had a foiled sale, like, so I wanted to pick up some stuff from that. I hadn't gotten these frames, so I got them in all of the foil colors. Been having fun with these kinds of things in my bullet journal and my journal. These are also really fun in your weekly planner as well, whether you're doing memory planning or not. These gave me my phone frame vibe. So I thought I'd pick these up as like similar use kind of thing. And also with a lot of the like little swatches and stuff that we get from some kits. I'm thinking maybe even this from Hello Petite paper, where you can just put it like you're doing it in a picture frame. So, or not picture frame, like you're framing the photo is kind of what I'm thinking of when you're doing that. Same thing with, like, that was my idea when I had this, is that you're taking, like, you're holding your phone up to take a picture, kind of, so it's framing that. So to me, again, my intention when I did the phone frames was, in case you didn't know, I collaborated with Sadie Stickers on doing these, and they are about this one's a little bit smaller in order to fit, but there were some that were a little bit bigger, and they would fit better into the column. But the idea is that you're holding your phone up, and you're not going to be able to get everything in the frame. Like, obviously, when you're holding your phone up, there's the rest of the world around you. So the idea is literally just that, I've said ideas several times, I'm sorry, that you are kind of trying to frame it. So things are going to pop out on the side. So that's also the idea, I think, with these, or at least my idea for these, is that you're just kind of holding up the camera and trying to get part of the scene in frame, and then letting the scene behind it kind of fade away behind you. I feel like there is quite a diverse amount of people that like the tweezer backtrack. There are quite a lot of people out there in the community that really like the pointy tweezers. I have not found them to be friendly to me. Maybe I have the wrong ones, and that's where I'm having issues. So if you have good pointy ones, let me know. But I tend to like, and I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. I tend to like these better because I feel like I have a better hold on the sticker that way. And these, I'm just like, I feel like it's flopping all over the place. So I'm always open for other ones. And these are also really good. They're the reverse tweezers. Sorry, this is not a tweezer haul, but These are also really good. They're the reverse tweezers. I just have to really be mindful that in order to release, you have to push down, because in resting position, it holds onto the sticker. So in order to release, you have to like push down, which takes me a bit to remember to get used to. All right, back to stickers. So these are the camera frames. These are still in her shop. And I felt like these were a really great like combo set. So here are some dock scenes, some duckies in the pond, some, what are those called? Cattails, little scenes, and then lily pads in the background. So I got them in all the colors. These spring girls, love the different sizing on these so that you have a variety to choose from. I really love these florals too, so picked them up. And then again, sizing's fun, that it's large, kind of medium, smaller medium, and tiny, so you can sprinkle them all throughout. Here are the Valentines. I also just think like hearts are fun in general, so. And then here's some more. I do like to mark hearts in my memory planner for like family events, because there's not always a good icon to represent it. So a lot of times I'll do hearts for like family things, especially like the double, like if my husband and I are doing something. Okay, that was what I had gotten from Sadie Stickers. All these things are still in the shop, so if you are wanting to pick them up, you can put my name in the notes to get my freebie, and use Danny20 to save 20% off. This is Hello Petite paper. This is her envelope. I think once you see this envelope, you know, with the scallops, super cute, that this is from Hello Petite paper. Here is her card that she has with a cute little image on the back. And then these are some of her freebies. I do have a code with Hello Petite paper. It is Danny10 to save 10% off. Usually it's something that you can do when it's not freebies, new releases. I mean, that's cute. I like this, and it's really cut out. I'm sorry, I was getting distracted by how cut out that is, but I like that. But she's really generous with her freebie. I don't have a freebie with her, but she's very generous with her freebies. So these are all freebies. She actually currently has a new $2 Tuesdays up right now that's like journaling themed, and put a bunch of like doilies, like full page doilies. It's not technically a full page. I think it's like a third of a page, but I'm super excited to get those. Okay, so I got, these are kind of spring and some restocks for me as I'm going into journaling more. Butterflies, I always feel like it's fun to have butterflies and be able to sprinkle them throughout. This is on premium matte. I did get a mix of her type of paper, just depending upon what I was going to use it for. These cottage foods, great to bring in as extra deco if you're just needing a little something something. This one's on premium matte too. These are the butterflies on transparent matte. Here are some, she's calling these the rustic windows too. There's different sizes. And this one is on premium matte, but the fun thing is that it is cut in the middle. It's probably gonna be hard on, I should do the bigger one because it'll be a little easier to separate them out. I'll probably have to get like tweezers out to do the other, but yeah, so you can see it's cut out. These are cut out too, they're just sticking. So it's pretty easy to like use your tweezers to pull it up or pull it out, so. All right, this one is on transparent matte, and these are cottage wood signs. Sometimes it's fun to put like quotes on top of these, or days of the week or months. Love her trees. I always pick up trees from her. just a nice way to add some like greenery to like a scene. Or but this one is trees and bushes on premium matte, and then here it is on transparent matte. And here are Cottage Wood Signs version 2. These kind of give me more beach vibes, so just thinking ahead for summertime. Also like that she's providing it in 2 different directions, so like maybe you could say like beach this way and have like a scene off to the left with your beach. But I got it in both premium and transparent matte. These are wooden slices, fun for any kind of woodland type kits or collections that you're using. Also, I'm thinking good, like this kind of looks like driftwood in my opinion. So premium and transparent matte. Here is picnic scenes. This one I got on premium matte. Oh, countryside picnic is what it said. Here are some, these are fun because I think they'll go well with her fences that she has. So these are more like gates, which I thought was kind of fun. It says rounded fences and door. So this one is on transparent matte, and then this one is on premium. There is a slight difference in coloring, but I'm interested to pair them with her long fences that she has in the shop. These I love so much, these gates. But I got them in, again, transparent and premium for different reasons. And the different directions that they're going. I'm always a fan when shops think of that. Here are butterflies, neutral butterflies it says. This one is transparent, and then this one is premium. Here are bikes. Of course I get bikes. This is on premium. Here are light wood open windows. I do use these quite frequently. I do wish that it was kind of cut in between there, but I can't imagine that would be so hard. Maybe like the bigger ones you could do that with, but it is cut out just directly in the middle there. Sometimes I have been known to go through and cut them out myself. Okay, let me do this. I am gonna finish up with like the scenes and stuff and then go through the doilies. All right, I just couldn't resist these bright, beautiful trees, like springtime trees. I thought they were gorgeous and just could not help myself. So pick these up. These are called Spring Scenes 2. And then these, I remember she had something similar or this exact thing last year, and I really liked these. So these are Spring Fences Mini Deco. This one's on transparent matte, and this one was on premium. Sorry, I did not say that. Okay, I mentioned earlier I love her doilies. They normally have been coming on this size sheet, and so I feel like I go through them very quickly in one spread. So I'm super happy that she is offering them in larger versions, like larger sheets. And that's something I've been asking her to do for a while. So, and she's like, I know, it's on my list. It's on my list. Vanessa's really sweet, and she has 2 littles. So any shop owner that has little kids and stuff and is trying to run the shop, I'm always like, I give you so much grace because there is a lot to manage when you have littles. I mean, adult kids too, but right now I'm in that same phase of my life, so I very much sympathize. Okay, so this one is greens. You get like some corner options, a larger half one, and then lots of little ones. And it's the same format for the rest of them. I also like that it's kind of just green tones and it's not all the same green. It's kind of fun. Okay, so green. Here is purple. I used up, I think I had 2 purples and now they're all gone because I used them up in like lavender collections that I had. So Here is medium blue. I love this color blue so much. It's gorgeous. These are all on premium matte that I'm showing you. And then this one is gray. Here is red, which I feel like is good for lots of different holidays. Valentine's Day, Christmas, 4th of July, Memorial Day. Here is periwinkle. And last but not least is the neutral greens, which has like a little hint of orange as well. So those are the $2 Tuesday items that I got from her this time around. I say this all the time. I really do love her $2 Tuesdays because I feel like it's things that I can pull into so many different spreads, and like they're kind of just my neutrals and semi-basics as far as deco goes. So anyways, if you don't catch her to catch her $2 Tuesdays, make sure you're signed up to with her on Instagram. I normally try to share also on Instagram when she's doing $2 Tuesday releases. So follow her, follow me, and then you can also sign up for her emails too, so that you are in the know of when she's doing them. And yeah, so that'll do it for Hello Petite Paper for this time around. I know I have another one coming soon. So, okay, Danny 10 to save 10% off. This is Letters to Apollo. I do PR for this team. My code is Danny10 to save 15% off. I will say there's only a planner freebie or a journaling freebie. I'm thinking we're gonna update pretty soon. There was conversations about it, but we kind of worked as a planner girls. Like she has some planner girls on her team and some journaling girls on her team, and we worked as planner girls to like get this together. And I think just everybody's schedule's so busy, so it's hard for everybody to collaborate at the same time. But I really like all the things that are on here. It was fun to collaborate. It's just like everybody's got so much going on. Okay, so Jess has been doing a lot of decorative type planning. However, she also is doing a really cool thing where she's doing like decorative, but also trying to provide some full boxes. It's not your full regular like 9 full boxes or 8 full boxes, it's 6. But I also think that if you pick up some of the other items, like larger deco or larger images, then you could get away with some of it. So anyways, I think it's really cool that she's trying to do some mixed things to make everybody happy, but also kind of leaning into what makes her happy. I did get to meet Jess for the first time at Galentine's with a Plan. It was awesome, and I picked up some things there. So that's this stack, and then this was an order that I placed back in February. I am pretty behind right now as far as doing my hauls. I have quite a big stack that I'm gonna have to get through soon enough. Okay, I will start with this stuff and then go into what I got at Galentine's. Okay, so this collection is called Fresh and Flourish. And then this is the Elements page, and it is on washi paper. So I am going to show you guys on here. But lots of cool deco. My plan is to use this in my daily journal in the March. I feel like the greens and the garden and that vibe is really gonna go with March. Jess does a really awesome job with her layering. Like, look at this. Isn't that so cool? This does have gold foiling on it. Love that garden scene there with the gate. And then again, some more layering. This one's fun because you can do it this way. And then some ticket items in the window. This was the scenes mixed, and then this is the layering page. She's been doing a lot of fun mirrors and frames and ticketing items. This is the photo deco, so you get 3 Polaroids and a film strip. I know I recently ordered Sadie stickers. She came out with different colored tickets, and I wish I would have, or I wish I would have that right now. This is the washi. I love the lace. I think I say that every time. So I will almost always pick this up because I feel like it's fun to have coordinating lace. This is the Floral Elements. Almost looks like a magnolia tree. By tree, I mean flower. I'm not very good with my florals, but all right, this is ephemera. So this has a lot of the ticket items and stuff, which is fun. And if I don't use it all on this one, then I definitely feel like it's neutral enough I can use it for others. And then here's the last page that I got, which is deco. And then I also picked up this sun dip because I had used her like decorative and mood board for my daily journal, but I also got the kit and I used the washi for the daily journal, and so I wanted to pick one up for my kit that I have so that before it goes out of the shop. Okay, then moving on to this lovely collection. So this was kind of a, I want to say reformat, but for lack of better words, reformatting. I mean, the size is different, so it's for sure different formatting. But this one was called Botanical Boulevard, and I loved the colors in this one. So this is on a quarter sheet, where the other one's kind of on a third sheet. But this is like a super fun kind of like lengthy. You don't like, I feel like on these quarter sheet or on these third sheets, you're getting kind of things that are usually broken off into either the sides, so they're usually tall. So this is kind of nice to have this kind of more horizontally. And then there's some quotes there. In the urban rush florals, sorry, in the urban rush flowers stand still. And then I loved these houses and the journaling elements. I am really into these right now, whether they're foiled or non-foiled for layering. Like the pink and blue houses, this, like, I don't know, I'm really excited about using this collection. So these are numbered by page 1, 2, and 3. So the first two I showed you, page 1 and 2. This is page 3. Carts. I love carts. Page 4. This one has a bloom and Fleur, the bike. Ooh, so excited. This collection really got me very excited for spring. Okay, this looks like it's all one strip down here. Super interesting. Yeah. Okay, that's going to be interesting to layer with. And it almost looks like somebody wrote down like the sales. So that would be the thing that was for sale when they bought it. So 1912, 1913, and then the price over here, I think. Not exactly sure. And then this is such a huge scene right here. But this is what I'm saying. Like, you could use this kind of scene in your weekly kit, weekly planner, if you're doing more of the quote unquote like traditional column planning week by week or memory planning. And that could take up like 2 full boxes there. Here is page 6. Flourish. then she has hydrangea and rose, definitions, balcony scene. Page 7. Some more stamps. And see those like green stamps that were in the other collection. If I don't use them, they could go well with this one. And then I had not seen this before, so I am not exactly sure how I'm going to use it, but I'm excited to try. So this is a whole, like I could use it as terrible washi, right? But it is a whole thing. This whole thing. So I am, see where my creativity's at. I am excited to play with it. But yeah, she's done this a couple times now, and very, I don't know, I'm interested to see how I play with it. And then she has her page 9, which is kind of a little bit of like the days of the week and some other layering elements in the city, that says. And then there is a more like traditional terrible washi paper sheet, I guess. Okay, so those are the two collections that I got from her shop. She has been coming out almost every week with a new collection, almost every week. She's been a busy lady. She did like Galentine. She's currently this weekend, she's in Chicago. And then I know she's doing like a planner event in Houston, I think in April. So she's been doing a lot of events this year and even last year. All right, so those are those, and I'm gonna now get into the stuff that I got from her from Galentine. She had a booth in Galentine's, and so I was able to pick up a few things. These are on transparent mat, and these are her scripts, weekly scripts. So here are gold, silver, and rose gold, and I can't remember which one, but Jess of Luscious Plans and I were like looking at them, and we were like, I was like, oh, there's only one silver left, and she was like, I don't really use silver, so you can have it. So thank you, Jess, for Jess of Luscious Plans. Thank you, and Paper Trail Plans. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being so generous. But I got it in gold, silver, rose gold, and then this is black, non-foiled. The font is really different than a lot of the ones that I have, and I liked the sizing of it for potentially using it in my journal. And then there was no black in this one that I could find. And then, but this has like, it's good for monthly type stuff and has 2 sets of dates. And then I think it's 4, excuse me, days of the week. And then I picked up some extras that she had with the like Steeped in Love, and I think they're both Steeped in Love actually, but these are some of the ones from the Advent. And I like that there's different color, like a darker one and a lighter one. I have a few darker ones, so I did pick up another extra in the lighter version. And then this one, I feel like it's pretty neutral, but it's the Cafe Noir from the Advent. So I thought I'd pick it up again as a neutral. This was Journaling Day 7 from the Advent, Steeped in Love, some more of those like tickets, and I feel like they're sticker ephemera kind of vibes. And then this one I'm very excited about because you can cut this up or do like a long strip. So I think I'm gonna pull this in when I do that Fresh and Flourish one. And then these are in the shop now. These are, maybe it was this one that Jess let me have. I can't remember. Either way, thank you, Jess. Where she was like, I don't need silver. So these, these are on craft paper, but it's kind of a different craft paper because I think, talking to a different shop owner, they were saying that you can't foil on craft paper. So there's got to be different types out there. Because obviously this shop, Letters to Apollo, who's produced the products run through Sadie Stickers, they're able to foil this kind of craft paper. So it definitely is not, sorry for the loud noise, but it's not like printed to look like craft paper. It is actually like a different texture and paper type. So just FYI, but thought these were fun to have. And who doesn't love some foiling and craft paper? Those are in the shop. Some of these items from her journaling advent, I shouldn't say journaling, but advent, are no longer available. And these two collections are still available. So if you're interested in anything that you see here, sorry, a little off, then please be sure to check her out, and you can use Danny10 to save 10% off. And don't forget to put either planner or journaler in the notes to seller to get that freebie, and we will let you know when we update that. So this is Fleur Paper Studio. I do have a code with this shop as well. It is Danny15 to save 15% off. She is being produced out of the Petite, so it's coming out of Canada. So just be aware of that. And I don't have a freebie with this shop, but she does offer 2 freebies in her collections usually. And sometimes if you spend a lot of money, you get a bigger one too. So just be aware of that. And what was I going to say? There's some other thing I was going to say. Oh, she's doing mostly journaling stuff currently, so I picked up some things that I thought would be fun deco to add to any of the collections that I have, and then some things that there is some foiling stuff too from her shop. So here is like more of an Italy type one, and then this one was winter. Again, remember I may have gotten this at the end of January, I think, beginning of February, so it was still winter appropriate. Not that it's not, because I am all over the place and planning, which is fun and exciting because I get to plan all the seasons all the time. Again, this is more of a winter one, and do they kind of go a little bit, maybe? A lot of blue in this one, so probably not too much. But these are pretty neutral. Like they go with lots of different kind of winter things. Okay, picked up this one, Country Life. Love the bike by the fence. Sorry, I was picking this up so that you don't see my hands in the background. Some of the honey, bread, picnics happening, gardening, really great for springtime, even the summertime vibes. Seaside. I had an Italy kit that I thought this might be fun to pull in with, so that's another reason. And these would be great with those CD stickers frames like I was talking about. Where'd they go? So like these frames could go really well with them. Or even those camera frames too. It might be nice to do those as well. I keep doing it upside down. Anyways, that's like this size would be really great for some of those things. Sorry. And then she had some like scribbled corners is what she's calling them. So I thought I'd pick up those to use as well. So while you can use them on full box frames, you can use them on these kinds of more structured ones. If you are creating your own full boxes, like through deco, in order to maybe put a frame around it, you could use these to help cap those off. You could also just use these as ways to create boxes. So I've done that in my journal a bit too. Let me see. So I did line these with some washi paper or washi strips, but then I use corners. These are from Panda Bird Design, but it's the same idea of like creating your own boxes. So, and you can do that with your bullet journal. You can do that with your planner. So lots of different uses for these kinds, and there's different sizes as well, so that helps. And I've been using these kinds of things up a lot in all of my different planning styles that I do. Okay, so these are all, those were all on transparent mat. These are all on premium. I got some girls to go with like a lot of the winter kits and things that I had. These are pretty neutral girls. They're called Cozy Tales girls. So I think that was a collection, and I just pulled them out because, again, I think they're neutral. White can go with most any kit. This one I actually got to go a little bit with the, now I'm blanking on the name of it, but it's the Dash of Sun. It's like, I'm going to get into it, hopefully, blanking on the name. Roaring, yes, that's what it is, Roaring Celebration. I thought like this car would be really fun. Don't know if I'll pull in that chair, but some of the other elements might be fun to pull in. And same with this one. I thought some of these elements would be really fun to pull in with that kind of vibe. There's also like some really fun from Letters to Apollo, Saucy Stickers Co. They had like a black and white theme that came out recently, and that's kind of like old fashioned. When I say recently, I mean maybe it was January, February timeframe. That could kind of be an anytime kit. And I felt like this came out around that same time too, so I was like thinking I would pull maybe those. I still haven't decided if I'm going to get that. I still might. I could, just because I love this era, I say this era, that's not like from the roaring 20s or whatever, but I like the vintagey type stuff that's happening in these collections. And then I got another set of girls, Countryside Girls, again, thinking they'd be fun to pull in to different collections. I'm not gonna lie to you, I do not prefer, but I do like the ones that are facing away because you can't always tell the art style. And some art styles don't go well with other art styles. And what I mean by that is I'm gonna use, I'll use this as an example. And it's like not knocking anything. And if you want to combine them, that's fine. Sometimes I get like in my head about stuff, which I feel like we all can. But like this style of girl is very different than this style of girl, in my opinion. Just like that one kind of feels like she could maybe go with, but it's a difference. I hope you know what I'm trying to say. Like they're different styles of girls. So I don't always pick up a lot of girls just because I have a hard time sometimes matching the art styles. And I like all of them. It's just a lot of the kits that we use in the community happen to be like more of this style than this style, but that's not always true either. So it literally just depends on the art style. So if you're facing away, it's a little bit harder to tell the facial elements too. And then sometimes I feel like some of the clip art has been really, or some of the drawings have been really AI'd up. So they look really like computer done. So it just depends on like what kind of vibe you're going for. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm shopping. That may or may not be something that you're looking at too. So that's just some way that I help keep my spreads looking cohesive. And that might be something that you may consider when you're looking at shops as well. Okay, so I was small haul. I have some more stuff coming from Fleur paper as well. I actually I'm very excited about it. It's she had like a tulip kit that really well with another kit that I got from Letters to Apollo. And so I'm super excited to kind of pair them together and just play with stickers. It's so fun and amazing, and it's a fun hobby, you guys. I'm really enjoying just getting to play with all the stickers and doing them in different formats and different ways. So anyways, so this is Fleur paper. You can use Danny15 to save 15% off. And no need to put a name in the notes for a freebie because you get freebies whenever you order. Usually it's 2. So there you go. Okay, this is a big order from Dasha Sun. I PR for this shop. It is Danny10 to save 10%. This is my old freebie. I have a new one out that has another kind of liner that has florals. She actually, currently this weekend that I'm filming, this is how late I am. It is the end of March and I am filming February. Sorry, guys. So she has taken that and put it into a full sheet, and I am obsessed with it and have already picked it up for this weekend. So go check that out if it's not sale weekend, because I doubt that I'll get this up in time, but you can put Danny10 in to save 10% and put my name in the notes, save my freebie, or any of the other girls too. This is her old card. I'm assuming it's old, and I say that just because it still has winter on it, and I'm assuming with spring coming, she's done spring. She has a nice yellow envelope, which I think matches with like the sun vibe. So this was something that I got. She came back for Boxing Day, so that's after Christmas. She didn't do a Black Friday because there was a lot of stuff happening with the sales of, or like the shipping stuff that was happening in Canada and just all kinds of stuff. And she got a new machine, and so was trying to figure that out to help with like production and cutting and whatnot. So, but she did have a deal with journaling size stuff with that sale. So here was the Power Hour freebie. This collection here is gorgeous and so fun. I really wish I could have it in all the different foil colors. So that was the Power Hour. This was the All Orders freebie. This is the $25 freebie. She's really good at coming up with like good freebies that are cohesive with each other. $50 freebie. $75 freebie. $100, and this one has some foil on it. And then this one was $125. So this is, I really am loving this style where it has half of it done, and then the other half is like something different. So I think that that's a really cool and interesting idea. So this is all able to be torn, and then this is something different for whatever reason that you need it for. Hey guys, this is such a mix of stuff. Oops, sorry, just kicked something under my desk. So this collection, I think I already mentioned that I love this era, the 1920s vibes and whatnot. So I was very excited when she was coming out with this collection. So I wanted to pick it up for my memory planner and doing some other stuff with it as well. So I picked that up, and then there is actually some fall stuff in here. There was an issue with myself, and I did not pick this collection up. So she very kindly gave it to me because I paid for it, but like offered to print the ones that I needed. So thank you so much, Chelsea, because I love this collection so much, and definitely was going to use it for my week that I did the pumpkin patch, because I thought there was like, yeah, it says pumpkin. I was like, it says pumpkin patch, and I love this kit so much, and I'm so thankful that she allowed me to put in an order. So I will do my fall one first, and maybe if it's something that a lot of people want, she'll bring it back next year, or maybe some kind of different variation of it. And then I will do the Roaring 20s and also the foil stuff that kind of goes with these. So give me a second to get organized. I seriously cannot say enough about Chelsea's attention to detail when she does boxes. She has a story that she is telling in a lot of these boxes. Sometimes it's not always super obvious, but like if you talk to her or she's explaining it, it's this beautiful story that she's played out in her mind. And I think that that's what kind of makes her full boxes kind of magical in a way, is her creativity of storytelling through her boxes. So there's a couple, like she did a amazing like haunted gathering collection for Halloween that had a beautiful story to it. And then her Christmas kit that I picked up also had one, like a story. It was the night before Christmas kind of story. So she does an amazing job. In this one, we have this full box. We have the textured with the corduroy, some journaling elements, florals, and then again, some more like foil journaling items here. I adore this so much. The Ferris wheel and over like the water is just so fun and stunning. This, she showed us a picture of this and she wanted to put that, and we were trying to get the angle of that right because yeah, it just took a bit. So that one was like, I remember talking about the number one. Obviously, that one's the best one of all those pumpkins in the background. And then her foiling those banners is really fun. This scene too is really makes me cozy, like it's just so cozy with the fire, and then putting foil bucket, wheelbarrow. That's putting the foiled pumpkins in there. You can see some lights back there, just like the little itty bitty details. Pumpkin patch here, sign, the tractor outside of the barn with the pumpkins inside, a little bit of picnic, and then she's pulling this, like the plaid throughout the kit collection as well. This one with the corn maze, hayride, pumpkin patch, the little ticket that you could use to get in, and then there are 9 dividers down at the bottom. Here is her box page. So you get the red, the tan, brown, and pink. Some dividers. She is one shop that offers the extended washi, so I am definitely picking that up just because I love having that option. In her bottom washi, she had the corduroy lace, some florals, this vinyl pattern. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 options for your bottom washi. I say bottom because it can also be at the top too. You have your date cover section, and then here are some torn paper elements. Of course, I picked up another one. I also may have intentions of using this in some kind of journaling way. So, you know me, I can't help but have all of the options. So there is the fence. She did a corduroy, what is this called? Scalloped edge. I love scalloped edges so much. The burlap. So many textures in this one. And then this is cut down the middle. The interesting thing about this kind of bouquet, or this kind of washi, is that it does not mirror image. So if you like, which there's pros and cons to that, I think, depending upon how you're using it. Here is the floral page. The other nice thing about Chelsea's shop is that everything is a la carte, so you can pick whatever you want up of the full or the base kit, And then if you want to just pick up the full boxes, you can just pick up the full boxes. If you want to just pick up the box page, you can just pick up the box page. So everything is very customizable to whatever you want. She also now has washi paper. When she originally was doing this, she didn't have the washi paper, but in the Roaring collection, there is washi paper. I love like all the layering that goes into that, and I love the different like the dark blue, the red, pulling in all those colors. That scene is fun. Here is this untransparent mat. I say this, and what I mean is the alcohol ink swatches. I do kind of wish there was a dark blue one in this, but I will deal. Okay. Let's see. The rest was from her like decorative collection, and everything is still on premium matte. I was just checking to make sure I could just pop this over here for right now. Okay. So we have this page, which is some like scenes. Lots of lovely different scenes. Food, truck, that pumpkin barn. Looks like almost like a fall festival or a fall farmer's market. That's the word I was looking for. A field of pumpkins. I can't wait to use this kit. I don't know when, but it does motivate me to want to use it. She had foiled, and I keep wanting to pick it up, but I end up putting all these other things in my cart. And because I don't know when I'm using this, I haven't gotten it. But she had foiled corn stalks, which I think that is such a fun like fall element that has not really been foiled before. So I will pick it up eventually. It'd be so fun to do a couple different ones with that. Here is the corners page. Love that she put in some leaves, like fall leaves in that. Here is the large bouquets. The large scenes. So gorgeous. And I think I had these all out of order, but it's okay. Crimson, sorry, that was the name of the kit, Crimson Harvest, and I don't think I said that, and I also don't think I said what foil color it was in. It was in gold. Sorry, guys. And here's the edges. I did pick up the foiling deco the foiled deco that she has, and there was the pumpkin vine down at the bottom. So there's the bottom washi and then dividers. There's 8 of them, and then also some deco on that page. I'm really glad that she's offering now bigger deco in addition to, so you'll see in the next collection what I'm talking about, but she's offering lots of different kinds of deco now to go with that. When I say with that, what I mean is to go with the collection that. Okay, so we'll do Roaring 20s. This is gold, Roaring 20s. Let me get that out of the way before I forget. The details in this one too. I love the Art Deco, the trace foiling on the florals. Just there's little confetti. Hopefully that's picking up the camera. And it's sprinkling down the chandelier. There's some confetti, champagne popping. This scene here. So remember I talked about, now the colors, okay, I agree the colors are not, but there's that's called something, and Chelsea did tell me, and now I've forgotten because it was over a month and a half ago when she told me. I forget what it's called. Maybe I'll remember and put it up on the screen, but those, thought that might be fun to pull in, and it doesn't like not go with the collection. And then some of the jewelry or chandelier kind of elements I thought would be fun to pull in this car. Semi vibes of the same. And then, not that I think that that is exactly the same, but maybe I could play with something. We'll see. I know I also got a lot of deco from the kit too, but sometimes it's fun to bring in some other deco sometimes so that you're making your kit more I don't want to say more unique, but like it's just unique to you and what you're doing. So, okay. I got sidetracked, but I saw that card. I was like, this is what I was trying to say about using some other collections. So that car, so fun with the fireworks in the background. It says, among the whispers of champagne and the stars. I did this last time. Among the whispering, the champagne, and the stars. Like you're among those. I love this teardrop garland thing there. This girl on the balcony. The aftermath of the party. That champagne tower. And then whatever that thing's called. But you get that Art Deco elements too. Here is 9 lace boxes down at the bottom. She moved that from this page over here in the updated format. And I don't know if she's updated it again since this collection, but I appreciate having more of these kind of boxes. Not that I don't like these. This is normally what I like using in my weekly kit. It's just more of the plain. I like that they're all pretty simple. They're all whited out in the middle. This is a really good box page for me. And the colors, you guys. I'm loving these colors. Again, extended washi because that is just, I love it so much. And I like that this is plain because there's so many like bottom washi things that you can put onto, and I'll show you when we get there. But then there's still 1, 2, 3 the options that you're getting, and then I love that we're getting these deco, and those are foiled like fireworks there, little pops. And her base kit is these 3 pages, so, but you can pick them, like I already mentioned, you can pick them up a la carte, so you get to pick and choose if you didn't want one of them and you want something else. It's your choice. Here are the florals. This is, I think, part of her decor or journaling. She has like 2-page journaling, and I normally pick up the deco part of it. She has it called large deco in here. But see, like the girls on this are different, like drawn differently than even the girls that I was showing you earlier. So I'm also like looking at this pearls, and it's cut in the middle, even though they're coming up with it. Sometimes that happens when they're more daintier cuts. But that's so cool. I'm just gonna take that out. But look, see, it's pearls. That's fun. I'm just gonna leave that off to the side because there ain't no way I'm getting back on, or at least not on camera. More bottom washi options. I love that scene on the bottom. Look at the pearls. She said, I remember her talking about this. She had so many ideas for the bottom washi, and all of them were amazing. And I'm like, I don't know how you're gonna choose. So I think she did a good job trying to narrow it down, though. And then here are the alcohol ink. I just love these colors. And the terrible washi with that Art Deco. I did pick up both of them because I thought it would be fun to have both. That is why I didn't pick up the journaling page either, because I prefer the more organic and getting to pick and choose how my washi is going to look, like tearing it up. So that is my preference, to pick up these versus that one. Okay, these are a mix of different things. I'm gonna show the deco, that way you can get the idea what I was trying to say. On the 3rd page with the washi, And this is another like amazing thing that she's thinking about too, is that you can foil this whatever you want. So like if you want to use this, so hold on, give me a second. Okay. This is pretty dainty, so that's why I was like, I don't want to mess it up. But this is also extended, and if you could put it down on top of this. So like that is going to be a really fun, or you can choose something else. Like if you want to bring in more like dangling options, or if you want to use this as your date cover section, you can do that. So I like having it not foiled. I'm sure there's people out there that like having it foiled, so then they don't have to think about it. So I get both, but you are getting this one foiled, the bottom one, the big bottom one. So it's just kind of giving you a little bit more options about how you want to do it. So that is why I like it. She's leaving it up to you. Okay, so isn't that fun? She gave the like Art Deco type days of the week with some numbers. That girl with the old car, fireworks, music notes, so you can sprinkle either one throughout. Here's some more of that bigger deco. So I was saying I'm glad that she's starting to pull some bigger deco, foiled deco in. And this one is more of the quotes, but you are getting some bigger deco. The next one is my favorite. Not that I don't like quotes. I just look at those scenes, you guys. Oh. But see, that one kind of matches the other one that I was showing you. Like kind of more that style, right? I mean, it's not exact, but that's kind of more of the vibe. I remember seeing that and was like, oh, that would go somewhat. Okay, and then like the bandstand, and then this car you all, and the flapper girl. I also like she put in more of the music notes and fireworks sprinkled throughout, and then these corners, like she's really, like those are really fun to have as well. Okay, now let's get into some of the deco pages. So here is the doilies. And I felt like these really match that Art Deco vibe. I know they're normally her stuff, like the normal ones she used, but I don't always pick it up depending, it again, depends on the vibe of the kit. This, look at that trace foiling, you all. Like I cannot get over it. So beautiful. And that is really cool too. So there's like a town down there and the lamppost. These, I don't know, this page is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and then here is the foiled bouquets in gold. I got 2 of them. Or no, sorry, this one's edges. I think I got, maybe I didn't. This one's edges, so there's some edges on there, but you could all, I like that she filled it in with others, but you could cut those in half too and create your own. Here is corners. So there's a corner here and there. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Like 4 of them are little and 4 of them are bigger, and then a few little pieces in between. And then, because I didn't have enough bottom washi options apparently, I picked up more. Like I said, she had a lot of ideas, and I still think she had more than what she had. But how many is that now? let's do some counting. Counting with Danny. With our washi options. Okay, so she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're getting 9 if you picked them all up. Okay, so that it might be excessive for some, which is fine. I hear you. I like to do a lot of the layering. Also, you can create your own boxes with these, and I showed it earlier where I did some corner. I like will tear that up and use the corner sheets, right? The corner, like this kind of stuff. And you can create your own boxes or whatever you desire, but it gives, like, I like my options, y'all. And I said I might use it for a different collection as well, or use it in my journal as well. Okay, so that was the Roaring 20 collection that I picked up. I actually have more coming because I made an oopsie and I accidentally picked up. So I had the one that I showed in the kit, and then I don't know what I was thinking, but I have 3 of these extra. 2 in washi and then 1 in premium matte. So I think, yeah. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I do really love this page. But I don't need 4 of them. So I don't know what I was thinking. All right, and then the last thing that I picked up from her shop are some of these foiled items. I did pick up them in rose gold and silver. I don't have a lot of winter kits that are gold, like straight up gold. So this is the Snowflakes foiled quotes. This went with one of her other collections that I didn't pick up the collection for, but like I like some quotes. They're really nice to pull into different things. So picked that up, and then I couldn't help myself with these scenes over here, you guys. So like that one, and then all the little deco pieces, and then the scene too. So I got them both in the silver and rose gold. All right, that is going to do it for Dash of Sun. You can put my name, Danny 10, in for to get a discount. This does help me help promote the shop. Hers is a referral system, so if you guys use my name, if you're inspired, or whoever you're inspired by, put their name in so that they can get the like benefits of having that referral. So just keep that in mind when you are putting somebody's name in, and then you can put whoever's name in the notes for the freebie. So notes to the freebie for the freebie, and then use whoever's code was who you were inspired by. Hope that makes sense. If you ever have any questions about any of that, you can always message me and I will do my best to respond and reply. Okay, Danny 10 to save 10% off, and I just love her shop so much. She has lots of different creative ideas, and she's a mom of boys. She's a boy mom with me, so we have lots of things in common, and I really enjoy talking with her on like messaging with her and stuff about our boys and them growing up. And so anyways, mom shop. When I say mom shop, like she's doing all this while the boys are home. So I totally don't know how she's doing it, but I do love Chelsea a lot. So yeah, Dash of Sun. Okay, this is my newest addiction. She was gone for a while. Her husband, like she hadn't moved, and her husband was being deployed, and there was a lot of stuff going on in her life. So she like kind of closed down the shop, and she's sort of getting her feet back under her. So I think her shop is closed right now while she's trying to get orders out. But yeah, I saw some of the stuff. I was really excited. Oh, this is like that premium mat with the clear backing. I am so fascinated by this, you guys. I don't know why. Anyways, okay, so this is a little freebie with some of her icons. She has a couple freebies. And then here is a cute one with this. Sorry, I was looking to see if it's cut out in the middle. But it's really cute, the stamp. But you could cut around if you wanted and like do a frame with that. And then here are some bows. These are on transparent mat. Or, sorry, washi paper. I did not mean transparent, I meant washi paper. And this is a little ribbon there. Okay, so those were all the freebies that I got. I picked up a few things from her. I am planning on doing a kind of intentions mood board, and I want to use like the Celestial kit, and I got some from Saucy Stickers Co. And then I got some other parts from her and doing like a mashup. So here is the first seat. She had like two that she released. One was like a darker Celestial kit, and then the other one was like a lighter. The one that more matched the Saucy Sticker Co. was the lighter one, and it's called Celine. So here is, I loved this circle, and there's one in the Saucy Stickers Co. too. So very excited to pair these up together. I really love doing that, like taking two different collections and kind of putting them together, because it does really give you a unique collection, I guess. Like it gives you different elements, and with deco being on like these size sheets or whatever, I mean, there's just different deco for all these kinds of collections. Love the stairwell. And this is a nice long sheet, like strip of washi. Here is some lace, like floral lace, and then some floral washi. Here is the corners and edges. That's a lot of times we'll get like this shape, but don't always get that shape, so that's interesting. Like it's more of an L shape instead of it flowing into, so that's really interesting. I did pick up the florals also for Saucy Stickers Co. So I probably will have to pick one or the other just to make it look more cohesive. I love the brick in behind that. That's really fun. And this strip is very different. Very interesting. And then these girls, her holding the moon and the like lacy, so pretty. And those shoes that I can never wear, they would hurt me so bad. So pretty. And the moon behind that one, love that. It's very fun. That staircase again. This is all one sticker if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I thought this was super interesting to have this as all one. Like, you don't normally see that. And if you were using this as a, for your collection, or your weekly, that would be like a really cool sidebar. Okay, and then I picked up two of the alcohol ink, and she has some different like shapes. Like this one's like a square over here, and then this one almost looks like a mountain. So I got two just to have, and I really liked that one in particular. And then I picked up some of her terrible washi. I mean, they're all on washi, but like the sheets. So there was this one with the feathers. I think she had a couple different versions, and I just picked two, but I also really liked this one. This one's called Sky, and this one was Feathers. very aptly named. And then the last thing that I got is these. I have a kit from Sadie Stickers that's in hollow. It was a mystery, and I'm decided I'm going to do it for my son's birthday. And it's not really a birthday kit, so I'm gonna have to make my own deco into it, like bringing some of my own deco into it to make it like a little bit more birthday themed and maybe like a little bit more kid themed. So I needed some more of these kinds of stickers, like for the Aurora piece of it, and I needed it in hollow. So that was why I picked those up. There is a few imperfections in this, and I know hollow can be harder to get right, or I don't want to say get right, but like it is harder from my understanding from a shop perspective. And this is on washi paper. So just wanting to be transparent that I know hollow can be hard, but there is some imperfections in some of this if you're picking that up on screen. Okay, so that is what I got from my newest addiction. When she is back in, like when she's back open, I do not have a code with her, but you can use Cassie. I think it's Cassie 15. I think her code still works, but I'm not exactly sure because she doesn't really have a PR team. But I know Cassie was on it like before, and her code was still working when she reopened. So I don't know if it's still. So you can always try it. It's not gonna hurt. So I just wanted to, if you can save some money, I love it when we can save money. And so if she doesn't have a sale, then maybe try Cassie's code. I think it's Cassie 15. It's either Cassie 10 or Cassie 15. So I might pop it up on here so that you guys know. All right, that will do it from my new station. Last but certainly not least is definitely one of my favorite shops, and it is Paper Trail Plans. They are a mom and daughter shop, and they are fantastic. I say this every single time, but I really do love this shop so much. Here is my freebie. I do PR with this team. And this one's in gold. I had it originally in rose gold, but they asked us if we wanted to like switch it up, and so like change the color. So I did gold, and it's in light gold. And then you can put Danny 15 in to get 15% off. This is a referral shop, so putting in whoever's name is most influential to you is a really good way to help support that PR person. So just make sure that you're doing that, and then you can put whoever's name in for their code. And I know I've already said that this one. So I got to meet both of them at Galentine's with the Plan, and this is the first time I'm hauling since meeting them. And like, it was just so amazing getting to meet them in person, both of them. And I like adore them even more now. I didn't think that was possible. But yeah, and Jess is like, she was like my little cheerleader during the whole thing and giving me all the confidence, and I appreciated her so much. And one day I hope to meet her wife, Kelby. So hopefully we'll make that happen one day. But okay, so I got the Coquette collection from them, and I'm planning on using this in my bullet journal along with the Saucy Stickers Co. She had a very similar, and now I can't remember the name of it, but she had a very similar collection. May have been also Coquette, but it's very similar. So I'm gonna go over the kit first, and then I got some basics that were also, I call them basics, that were also released. And then surprise bonus, when I met them, they were so generous and handed me one of their new collections. It's not new now, it's still in the shop though. And it was their March release. It's on washi paper, and I'm so excited to get to show you a bonus item from them. And I am planning on using it in my March I'd already decided what I was going to do for my March, but I'm planning on, not my March, I'm going to do it in my daily journal, and it doesn't necessarily scream March to me, it screams a little bit more April, so I'm going to use it in my daily journal for April. Okay, so I'll show you that last, just because that was a generous like add-on from them. Okay, so this is the Coquette collection. Very girly, and Jess talks about how this isn't, like, this was not necessarily something that she would normally pick for a collection, I think is kind of the way she was saying it, but I think it's really, really pretty. And it's also probably something I wouldn't necessarily overly pick either. I do not think of myself as a, like, coquette girl. In my planner, I am. So that's why I was like, I could do this. So, loving all of the layering in that one. So pretty. I had the books down at the bottom. That'll be fun to kind of like use to kind of, I like have a vision in my head, but like, I don't know, like bookcase. That would be really fun to bookcase like a end of a bottom of a column. And then the mirror, put something foiled in there would be fun. I think I'm going to use rose gold with this collection. These girls, I love her with all the layering and the lace behind, and then this tree, it's cut out like around there. And then that music, I think it was a jewelry box probably, and then the lace. So pearls. If I don't use the pearls in the Roaring Kit, I can maybe pull it in. My only wonder is that this is more of a warm color pearl, and the other one seemed more like cool toned pearl. So that'd be my only wonder, but it would be fun to pull that into this collection as well. Bird cage, I could bring in some foiled bird cages. I've always been wanting like lace parasols, foiled versions. Miss and Meow had one in one of her collections that I loved, and I wish that it was like she brought it back with the deco. So here is our film strip. It is not cut out in the middle, but if you just wanted the film strip to do your own thing with, you could cut out the middle. There's some pearls there. Looks like there's pearls there, and they do look lighter. I'm just very curious about the color comparison. I am going to get that out. Okay, like I thought, it is pretty cool tone versus the... So I don't know, that might not work, like, and I'm envisioning, so. But I did see the pearls and was like, oh, maybe I could get it to match. Okay, and then, see, those are whiter. I don't know, we'll see. I'll play with it. The pink cottage. Cassie has been following this girl that has been turning a house into like this pink cottage that you can like VRBO, and she's been decorating the inside and stuff. So this kind of reminds me of that whole like them renovating it. She's doing it with her dad too, so it's really kind of cute. All the pink, it's also bananas, all the pink stuff that you can find and get it to coordinate. Okay, I fell in love with this piece up here, and I like want to do something really cool with it, and I don't know what. But I really am hoping to be able to do something really cool with it. I love the swan down the bottom. There's some more of that thing that I don't remember what's called, and yep. This, like that is, like that sounds like that goes into that pink cottage. And then the gazebo. Loving that they're just filling all the spaces, and they do that on everything. And like even up in here where I feel like a lot of shops will just be like, nope, that's not allowed to go above that. But they fill it all in, and I super appreciate it. Okay, these florals, you guys. Loving the shape of that. Like so these are like some of my, like when they have those little delicate pieces flowing off is so what like I love so much. Here are the corners. The other nice thing that Paper Trail Plans does is that they will bundle different parts of the decorative collection. So they'll bundle all the florals together, they'll bundle all the deco, they'll bundle all the functional pieces so that you can buy them. Like, if you just wanted to buy the florals, then you could just buy the florals. If you wanted to just buy the deco, you could just buy the deco. The other reason why I kind of like that is because of paper types. Now I am, that is one of the things I am a little bit worried about. I am planning to do this in my bullet journal, and I do tend to like using premium matte in my bullet journal. So I am a little bit hesitant about using this in in the bullet journal with the washi paper. So I'm gonna use this time to test it out and see how it goes. I have already picked up, I know I am behind on my bullet journal. What else is new? But like, I have already picked up my March. So this is for February. I've already picked up my March, and I did do it in premium matte. So it might be a later collection that I do more in washi paper. But yes, so this is the page 12, but it's the borders, or not borders, washi paper. Here is, I did end up picking up the whole collection. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, is it worth cutting out in the middle? We'll see. We shall see what I do with this. But you get all the different kind of February versions. So like a scripted here. Sans serif. I say that very questioning. If you're hearing the question in my voice, that's because it is a question. And then this fancy one here with the bows. Again, adding in all these little pearls. I'm kind of curious. Okay, don't think that I'm crazy, even though I do. I just had this thought. I was like, I wish I had foiled pearls. And then I was like, oh, bubbles. Bubbles might work as like foiled pearls. So I might pull in bubbles to like accent with the pearls. I don't know. I'm going to look at it and see how it looks. But that is a thought I'm having currently. Okay. This says pink. I did not see that as a P at first, and I was like, inking, like ink. I thought it was an I, but it says pink vibes only. This is their quotes, and it is part of their functional section, and they normally will pair a foiled collection with this as well. So I will show you that when we get there. I haven't been picking this up, but I've started picking it up based off of how I did my bullet journal. I will show you. So this is my reflections page from January, and I use some of this, like the swatches for like underlining, and I kind of wish I had longer ones too, but yeah, so I was using that, and then use these as like some self-care check boxes so I could check it off, and then I was thinking I could use some of them maybe here too to rate the month. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts on using this. One of the reasons why I do like, I think like this whole thing up here would be totally fine to do that in washi paper. My worry a little bit is doing like something like this, where it's better to have it firm. And I don't know. So that's something I'm gonna have to play with. Like, can I do a Dutch door with the washi paper? That is a great wonder that I am having. However, I will say, like, between these two layers is like the paper, this. So I feel like it should be okay. Fingers crossed that it works, guys. Because it would be nice not to have it super chunky, because I mean, I do have some stickers in here, but like she already kind of chunky. Like she already be a little thick. I don't even know if it's gonna focus. There we go. So she's already chunky, and I really only have my like introduction. I don't know what that's called. And I have like my few winter pages that I created for bucket list, and then I have January. She's already chunky. So we shall see. And I used their collection for January, and I want to do a video on that too to show you guys how it turned out, but I love how it turned out so much. That's why I'm really excited to use another one of their kits for my February. Okay, and I may be using them for April. I haven't fully decided yet. So that is my plans for some of these items here. So that is that. And they're using some habit tracker stuff here. So if you are somebody that wants to use this as a, in your like column planner, your daily planner, or your like this kind of planning, that's what I'm trying to say. A5 wide, but I know other people are not doing A5 wide, so it's fine. But like there's some days a week, or you could use these. And then also there are the habit trackers too. So just options that you are getting. Here is the like washi paper and doilies up at the top. And then this is the foiled version of the quotes page. Now, not everything matches, like it's not matchy-matchy, but it's a lot of the quotes are the same. So like those are the same. Be a work of art. You are made of magic, creating a beautiful life, making your heart the prettiest thing about you. I love that. That's really cute. And so there are some similar elements like keys or the pearls. So really fun. And I got it in rose gold because I said I'm going to do it in rose gold. And I feel like a lot of, not all, but a lot of Valentine's-y type stuff are in rose gold. I don't know why that is, but here are some larger florals. I am moving it like there's foil, but there's not. This was so cool. There's the lace. Also on washi paper. And then this is their Coquette color wash. I really enjoyed, thought this was a fun, I don't know, I just really like this one, so I was very excited. Okay, so that is a Coquette kit that I got for my bullet journal for February. I'm going to go into the basics that I got. They are all on washi paper. And this is a lace magnolia. Maybe I'll try to lay it out so you can kind of see the color. I just want to see where to, we'll start here, I guess. Put these over here. Okay, and then here is the lavender. This is lilac. This is in their original colorway. Here is cornflower. This is aqua. Might have to start doing it a little tighter. They have 12 colors in their colorway. Sometimes, I forget which one it is, but sometimes they'll add an extra, and I can't remember if it's magnolia or no, it's it's a yellow that sometimes gets added to some of the colorway, which I like that they do that because there is yellow in our lives, right? There is yellow in these kits. Not all of them, but some of them. Here is sage. Marigold is the one. Okay, it's coming up next. This one is clover. Here's marigold. See, pretty yellow. Two more. This one is cherry blossom. And the last one is Petunia. Is it all gonna fit? Yes, it'll all fit. Okay. This one is Petunia. Yay, there she is. I love when it's all like out and all of its glory, like rainbow order. So pretty. Okay. And I picked these up. They're like another version of like a alcohol ink swatch to me, where you can layer it and put it in behind. I do really like using them. I wasn't sure about them at first. I don't always pick them up. I think it depends on the vibe of the kit, for sure. It's kind of a lace thing for me too. If I maybe am pulling in some lace, I'll pull these in as well. So to me, it's more of a vibe thing. Alcohol ink, I feel like can go with any kit. It's just, I'm gonna say this and I don't mean it this way, but it's like a blob of color behind something. I mean, it is truly a blob of color. So, but these I feel like have more like of a vibe. I'm just gonna say that and leave it at that. Okay, next up I got their gingham collection, and I will try to do that as well where I'm laying it out. But here is, why do I feel like this is super out of order? Hold on, give me a second. Okay, they're in order now, or at least like they'll go the other way this time. So I'll put the pink here and I'll go this way. But they are in order, or I guess I could do it backwards. I'll do it backwards. That way it's the same exact order. So here is Marigold. I don't feel like it's terrible washy. You can tear it up. That's why I like it. There are different gingham patterns out there in the community. So I kind of do like to have a little bit of a different variety of the gingham pattern. And like some of the lines are whiter, some are thinner, some are more like watercolor-esque. This one is also like at a diagonal. Some are up and down and left to right. So that's why I just like a variety. Y'all know that about me. Okay, so Marigold. Here is, ooh, I need to flip it over. Here is Lavender. I was like, I don't really know how to showcase this really to you guys because it's just a sheet of paper. I mean, it's a pretty sheet of paper, but here is Lilac. Oh man, my OCD is really coming out in full force here, y'all. Okay, and then here is Cornflower. This is Aqua, lighter blue. And these, I'm not gonna lie to you, they do pretty much, one of their colors I feel like goes with anything. So once you, like, if you get the colorways for there, like I feel like you're pretty set on, this was mint by the way, you're pretty set as far as like having a color that will probably go with one of the colors will probably go with your kit, is all I'm just trying to say. Because it's, unless you're doing like black and white. That was Sage, sorry. So mint was right before that, which I did say Sage. Here's Clover. This is Marigold. This one is Cherry Blossom. This one's more of like the warmer pink in my opinion. And then this one is the cooler toned pink, Petunia. Isn't that so pretty? Rainbows really do put a smile on my face. Like it's so satisfying. Okay. All right. So that is like the basics that I got from them. So those two sets. And then the bonus item that I got, which I'm very excited for that, is this collection. It is in the shop. I got it a little ahead of their schedule, and by the time I'm showing, I did show it on my Instagram the week that they released it, because I was like, I don't often have like fresh material, or not fresh material, but like the actual item that they are releasing. So it was fun to have it in advance for once. So this is blooming, and this is page 1. It is not meant to be Easter. It has purple, pink, and yellow, obviously. And they, oh, I don't think I got the, oh, I was like, I don't know. Okay, I'll go through this. Sorry. So it's not meant to be an Easter, but obviously she called it a non-Easter bunny. There is bunny, which bunnies happen in spring, so it's a spring bunny. But I do think it'd be fun to do this one in April. And there's like tulips that are really blooming in this area. There's like a whole tulip festival that happens a little bit to the north of me. So yeah, fun. I love all of these, and she put a lot through here. When I saw her in person, I was like, oh my gosh, I hope there's a lot of these. And she's like, oh, just wait, because I saw this second page and I was like, oh, I love that so much. And she was like, me too. That was Jess. And then love that dress as well. Put the card out at the bottom. Lots of fun like layering elements throughout this one. And this collection here, collage, that's the word I was looking for, is really fun. And then the polka dots, you guys, I really love polka dots. They made me think of my grandma, but I also just really love polka dots. So, and then the floral, or the butterflies here, they are all, okay, they are all one sheet, like here. And when I say sheet, I mean like one piece, not an actual sheet. Funny me. So yeah, so that could be a fun corner piece, like to put as a, I don't know, like you're capping something off. Oh no, don't do it. Okay, there we go. All right. And then these are like a little cluster over here and a cluster down here. I love that I just love that they fill out all the pieces, like all the spaces. So you're getting like little florals, other butterflies. Look at the duckies. Another bike. And I love that layering piece back there with the bunny. Super fun. So there's another one here. That girl just basking in the rays of the sunshine. That's what I'm feeling for her. This is cut out in the middle, so these butterflies are not part of the scene. This is cut out that white space around, so it is kind of a frame almost. So you could maybe put something fun foiled behind it to add some layering. This is fun. Layering piece, and then the two yellow, like a storefront house. Super fun. More of that. I love how much she added of that. Some more bikes. Look at the bee in the background. I think Sadie's stickers had, in her advent, she had some seasonal stuff that had some bees. So I might be pulling that in. Just loving that so much. There's two on this one. I think Jess has a great eye. Jess or Susie, I don't know who it is, that picks out the florals for this. Like, for their shop in general, I think they're doing a great job picking out the florals with the PC pieces flowing throughout. This is like just screams spring to me. Just like all the spring vibes. And then look at this frame. Isn't that gorgeous? And it has that garland that and the march. Just really loving that. Okay, and then here is the functional. Well, that was part one of the functional stuff. Like that too. So here is the quotes page. They just are numbering them. They're not like putting a quotes page, date sit page. And then here, I did pull this one up when I was videotaping it for Instagram, and I could not get it back down, so we just left it there. It's fine. And then more polka dots, which you know I love. So, okay, so that is blooming, and it is in the shop still. All of these things that I showed you are still in the shop. So if you are wanting to pick any of them up, you can use Danny15 to save 15% off. Definitely, absolutely one of my favorite shops to get stuff from, especially like basics. And they have a lot of lovely scripted items as well. I was like, I don't have anything off to the side. I have a stash of stickers off to the side that I'm hiding from you all that I was hoping would be a quick pull that I could show you some of their foiled stuff. But this is going to do it for my haul. Please know how much I love these shops, and thank you so much for joining me on this long haul, and I appreciate you all so much in these shops. These shops are wonderful and amazing, and their creativity is just astounding, and I'm just so thankful for them and to be in this community with you all, and you guys are amazing. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Here are some other videos you can watch. Hope you enjoy.